So I welcome your question and answers. You might write in the chat box, or anybody who wants to talk, now is the time that you can talk to me personally, and I'll take the queries one by one. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm getting the chat replies. Ma'am, could you please help us to know few effective tools for rectifying grammatical errors? Okay, so the few rules I have already given you, Ms. Kanu Pawa. Sentence structure, right? First is subject-verb agreement. The logical order, like subject plus verb plus agreement. Yes, we do have more grammatical rules to follow. Grammar is like an ocean, and we will fulfill it in our upcoming sessions as well, right? Today, yes, I have given you the basic rules to start with, and with only these basic rules, you can try to put in a more concise sentence structuring. We should write in active voice or passive voice. Okay, both are correct. It should not be like, you are writing whole of your paper in passive voice or whole of your paper in active voice. Now, let me give you a little secret here. What we do is, like, for example, when you are writing about the contribution, something positive in your research, try to write active voice. We found that the results were successful. There you can put V, okay? But for example, there was a gap or there was a failure of an experiment. Then you can try to write in passive voice, okay? It was so, don't write, we found that it was a failure. You can write it was found or it was speculated that the experiment had failed because of these reasons. So that's a trick that we can follow here. Any more questions?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much for a wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you.
And right now I'm working on my literature review part. So mostly what the mistake which I'm committing, I'm writing the study shows that the study throws light on, and the comment from my guide is coming ki, you're using the same thing. So how I can rectify this?
Of course, I can put it in the chat box for you. Few synonyms. The study highlights. The study represents. Authors opine. Okay. The study bespeak. Bespeak about the importance of what. Okay. Importance of. So I've given you 3, 4. Opine, bespeak, represent, highlight. You can write one more floral one. Bring home the fact and then rest of your conclusion, whatever. Okay. So I've given you 5 right now. Try to use them. So at least at 5 places you can break this monotony. How authentic is Grammarly to be used for proofreading? See, and a very honest confession here, I do not follow these, right? Being a proofreader myself, I try to rely on my knowledge or my textbooks or my grammar books in, more of the printed form, right? So I do that. I don't follow Grammarly. I have seen people following Grammarly. Yes, you can use them for, ideas for like headline generator. You can use that. That's great, right? But sometimes whatever it is saying, because it is inbuilt, it is automated, right? It might fail to highlight few errors, right? So for that, you need to check out some grammar books too, or maybe ebooks or online books which you can get your hand on. Maybe check with your friends also. There's always a friend with better English in your group. Try to make them the proofreaders, right? They will be quite honest with you too. So you can use Grammarly, but I cannot comment on the authenticity, because what happens is you can get the help, the beginning help, but the problem is it even might fail to make you paraphrase these things. So that's my honest answer. Any more questions?
Ma'am,
Yes.
while referencing the previous literature, many times unconsciously we are getting in caught with the plagiarism part.
Sorry, can you please repeat the last line? While proofreading the
Ma'am,
yeah.
Yeah, when we are writing about the previous literature as our literature part or literature review part, many times unconsciously we are repeating the same thing. I mean, we are going to take the same conclusion, but it should be come from our words and I mean, the sentence format must be different. But unconsciously there we are uh, repeating the same thing which the earlier author has done. Because हमको meaning भी change नहीं करना है और कुछ नया भी लिखना है. So is there any trick for that?
Okay, so that is a vast, question that that I can explain you while, picking up few examples, maybe in the, coming future FDPs we'll have. Right, but yes, what you can do right now is sometimes do it in active voice, sometimes you do it in passive voice. That can be done to break the monotony. You can, like, for example, the words I have given you, right, you can try to paraphrase with different vocabulary words as well, right? That you can do. Okay, like highlight, represent. But yes, what you're talking about is uniqueness of the sentence, right? So that requires knowledge of adjectives, adverbs, which I can see in the question also. How to break long sentences into short. So that can be used with the help of the adverb. For example, when I say as a consequence, these are three words. I can break it into consequently. Okay. The first thing to do is I can write and just write firstly. So these are adverbs actually. Okay. That's there. So that we can do. So with the knowledge of more adjectives and adverbs, we can solve the problem of long sentence into short, and we can also solve the problem of uniqueness. That's your answer, Sabiha. We can do that. Can you please explain the use of collocational? So right now I need to, check with what actually it is meant by that. So I will give you the best answer. You can, we'll connect through the email, right? And I'll be able to take it up in the best form possible. Any more questions? What steps can we take before writing a journal? Okay, so writing a journal is actually associated with your main research, major research work thesis, right? So if the research is ongoing, the thesis is ongoing, it will be better to write a journal or to write your manuscript in that. Is that your question? This is what you're asking? Sudipta ma'am, yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the time is running out. Please join me back. Whosoever has a question, please join me back. I would love to answer you. Yeah. So please join me back. I'm ending the meeting. Please join back.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
The time is running out. Please join back. Join back. You can also contact at this email ID for any proofreading services that you require. I would love to help you. Any certification courses for proofreading. So one is this that you've attended, okay? And see, it requires a lot of knowledge. And yes, we will keep holding these FDPs, right? And you can just try to grab these handy or effective techniques by participating in webinars like this. And I believe, please mute yourself. I think the world is full of opportunities like these, and with online, the wings are going better. They're flying higher. So you can, join these courses, and yes, keep brushing up your vocabulary, keep brushing up your effective tips. Yeah. Okay. My question is this. Okay. It's Kuldeep sir from tourism subject. My question is there any different guideline of different journals or how to work on that guideline? So first you need to get your hands on the guideline, the journal guideline. They are actually in their website. So you need to get through that because every journal has a different guideline of indenting. See, the basic structure remains the same. They might focus on the referencing section or the font size or the word count, right? So that I think you can, once you start writing and you are in this field, you will be habitual of these, right? Please arrange such programs in future. Thank you. We will do that. And Sudipta ma'am, are you there? We were trying to, yeah, can I ask a question? Yes, Sudipta ma'am.
Ma'am, can I ask a question? I am Sudipta.
Yeah, please do.
Ma'am, what do you suggest for new researcher to improve their writing skill? how can we improve our writing skill?
Okay, so if you are new in the field, try like if you are in the new in the field, so you have your review of literature, right, as your main mandatory subject. So what you do, try to read one paper every day, okay, and just pick up your favorite paragraph where you find the contribution really interesting, okay, and try to start writing the summary of every paragraph. This is something you can try to do in order to get into the habit of writing. See, research and writing English are two different things, but we require both. Okay. We do require these two skills. So they need to be working hand in hand, right? So yes, as a researcher, you are reading, you are trying to get the meaning out of your manuscript. But now what you do, try, for example, the paragraph is written in, let's say, 20 sentences. You give yourself a challenge that can you write all of that in only 10 sentences, just half of it. Try to follow this. Try to write summaries for every paragraph that you read. So you will get into the habit of writing. And you can follow these tips which I've already given you. So that will come handy while you're doing it.
Thank you, ma'am. This session is very informative for new researchers, and your representation style is so good, and you are excellent in teaching. Thank you so much for arranging this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you. Every day 300 words minimum is compulsory for us to write as a student. Okay, so I would say I'll not be in that pressure, right? Write as much as you can, okay, and stop where you want to, because the mind doesn't need to be saturated. It is creative writing. It is just not any writing, right? It is creative writing. It is academic writing. It needs breaks. It needs full energy in your, brain power. So don't give yourself these limits. Okay. Maybe one day you don't feel like writing at all. Just go for a break. Okay. And next day might be, you come back writing for 1,000 words too. Nobody knows. So just follow yourself, follow your instincts. Yeah. Ma'am, can you say how to write a review from a journal article? So that's a long question. That's called review of literature from a journal article. We'll take up these questions, or we can, connect through WhatsApp or email. I'll try to answer that. Yeah. Any more questions, or can we wind up? I'm always there on WhatsApp group. You can directly chat with me. I'll try my best to facilitate you. And yes, for any proofreading services, I'm there to provide with the best of my knowledge to eliminate your scripts. Yeah. Thank you so much.